here's what we're going to do today. We're going to try and tackle into some ankles and knees. We might even go in towards the hips as well. We'll kind of see how we're getting on with this. It's been a tough week in the gym, and those are problem areas because of the amount that we sit down anyway, so we might as well just get to it. We're going to start things off with some ankles. All right, so we'll need you to grab a space on your floor or wherever. We're going to be with our feet together, so our heels are together, our toes are together, and we're going to go right up as tall as you can, keeping those heels together. Okay, I'm going to get you to do this along with me, so up you pop. And we're going to do 30 reps on my count. Got it all right? There we go. Ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. Lovely. Now, we're going to go and keep the heels together, point the toes out. I want you to make sure those legs stay locked in this one. It's super easy for the knees to kind of go a bit soft. And as we press up here, we're going to keep those big toes pushed down and almost so that we can lift the little toes off the floor. We'll just do 15 reps for this one. Again on my count. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Wonderful. Final one. We'll go toes turned in, heels turned out, Ace Ventura style. I'm trying to straighten those knees as best you can. 15 reps, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Wonderful. Now, that's probably not going to feel very nice in the back of your knee. Good. What we'll do, let's sit ourselves down onto our hunkers. We're going to aim to get those knees to the floor, toes tucked under, and we're going to sit onto those heels. Now, I have a toe that no longer bends very well. So what I need to do for this is just lift my knees off the floor slightly. That way I can keep the base of my toe on the floor and try to bend from there. Nora, what you might find with a knee that's a little bit uncomfortable is if you were to get a cushion and slip it underneath your heels, or maybe a couple of cushions, you could sit on that and it won't compress your knee quite as much. All right? So we're going to go here for about a minute. Nora, does that feel okay?
Oh, is it in? Hold on.
Have you set it on your heels?
Oh, God, you've gone. Right. Is it in under between your heels and your bum?
Correct. Yeah.
Oh, you in there? Yeah?
Yes, you're just going to sit on those cushions.
Right, okay.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Alrighty. 3, 2, 1, off we go. Oh, special bonus, yeah. Attempting here for the heels to separate. We're going to try and keep those heels together as we try to get those toes to bend. Oh my goodness, every time. Just to totally freak you out, whenever I bend my toe here, I can actually feel it like crunch and then slip further into its range of motion. It's great. You can vomit on your knees, that's fine. That feeling okay, Andy?
It feels quite sore.
On the toes or on the Achilles?
Actually on the toes and all in here.
Yeah.
All up in the front here as well where it's tight. I can feel it in the Achilles around there, you know, stretching, but it's really tight all around.
Sure. Okay. We'll ease ourselves out of that. Oh my And what we'll do then is a kind of traditional yoga pose called downward dog. And what we're looking for there is we're going to go from that kind of push-up position, stick your butt up in the air, and then once we get that back nice and flat, then we're going to start easing those heels down. Now, if by putting the heels down the back starts to round, we've gone too far. So you need to come back up again, flatten out that lower back, and then ease those heels down. Again, we're going to go here for about a minute, not 15 minutes. There we go, nailed it. Just trying to breathe, and every time you breathe out, try to go that little bit further into it. Hopefully going to feel this all up the hamstrings, back of the knee and the calf. If you have the ability to think about what your shoulders are doing, let's try to spread your shoulders as wide as possible. So get them as far away from your ears as you can. Keep pushing that belly button into your thigh. Keep breathing, holding. Pushing that belly button in. Let those heels sink if you can. 5, 4, 2, 1, and ease back out of that. Ooh. Okay, so we've started into a little bit of ankle prep. We started with the toes. The toes, the tendons to move them kind of go all the way up here. So we started with the toes, arch of the foot. We went then up into the sort of calf area. We're now going to look at the sides of our ankles. Okay, so I'm kind of sitting down here. What I'm going to do is roll over onto the side of my foot. Okay, that might be enough. But if you have stronger ankles, you can, as you're standing, roll your ankle and come back up. And we'll do 5 reps, and then we'll hold it for about 10 seconds. Trying to get as much weight through that foot as you can. Once you're on your 5, push on it hard for 5, but listen to your body, okay? Don't force it. It should be mildly uncomfortable, but totally manageable. Wonderful. Let's do the other leg. Roll that foot over. Especially if you do some running, or your ankles are a wee bit unstable, maybe you sprained it at one point in your life. These are great exercises to try and get that strength back, get the movement back. 5 reps and then that 10-second hold, putting your weight through it. How does that one feel, Andy?
Yeah, I feel the right ankle's better than the left. The left, I was starting to get a bit of cramp in it.
Oh, cool. Cramps are good. That's usually a sign that we are doing something that your body's not used to doing, and that's a good thing, right? Okay, so we've gone through most of the ankle movements, and we're just going to test them all out. So you can sit on the floor for this, kind of hold your knee, and what we're looking for is you're going to draw as big a circle as you can with your toe. All right, part of the reason, oh, feels awesome. Part of the reason for holding your knee is so that your knee isn't doing the movement. All right, we want to keep it safe and strong. We'll hold the ankle where it is, and it's just that big toe then that's drawing that big circle. Okay, let's do 5 one direction, and then we'll do 5 the other direction. And really watch the toe. Try to make it as smooth as you can. There's a couple of wee clunky bits go there. It's always amazing how unstable that movement can be. Ooh. A little bit jittery. Oh. Once you're done 5 one direction, change it over to the other direction. As big a circle with that toe as you can. Take your time with it, don't rush it. all about quality rather than speed. Plenty of time for speed once we've got that range of motion. Once you've done one leg, change it over, do the same on the other side. Nice big circles with that toe. Oh my goodness, that's crumpy. Oh dear. It never ceases to amaze me how hard it is to actually count to 5. Pretty sure I did 3 and then started counting. Can't remember. Oh my goodness, that's tight. Alrighty, cool. So, please excuse my socks. They have had a full day of use. However, part of the reason for wearing yellow socks is so that hopefully you can see them a little bit clearer for this next part, right? So I'm going to try and do it against this black so that you've got a clearer view, but we'll see. That is way too far away. What I'm going to do is show you the bottom of my foot. How terrifying is that? Hello. So from here, I'm going to spread my toes as wide apart as I can, okay? So I want to be able to see if I can get some fingers through those toes, okay? I'm going to hold that for about 10 seconds, and then I'm going to scrunch them up as hard as I can for 10 seconds. And yes, now is the appropriate time to wince as your foot cramps up. Yeah, fantastic. Then we'll go back and we'll spread those toes for 10 seconds. Spread as wide as you can. Try and get them to go sideways. Mine tend to go back, I don't know why. It's really annoying. And then, scrunch the toes. Scrunch, like a hand. You're trying to make a fist. Oh my foot. Oh my word. That's it, squeeze. Last one, spread. Oh, as wide as you can go. That's the stuff. Wonderful. And then scrunch, tight as you can go. Get those arches.
That was easier.
Nice. One done. Now for the other one. Same process. We're going to spread those toes as wide as you can. Wide. Oh my goodness, that's awful. Why is that so terrible? Spread. And then scrunch them together. Scrunch like a fist. Oh man, it's cramping. Oh, it's awful. Oh, it's right in the arch. Oh my goodness. And spread as tight as you can. Wide. Get that little toe as far away from the big one as you can. Scrunch them up. Scrunch. That's it. Teaching those muscles how to work, how to do the stuff. And spread last time. Spread.
Are you cramping, Mum?
Wide as you can go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the good stuff. What about you, Andy?
Get a bit of cramp on the scrunching.
Scrunch. It's time, Andy. Let them crump. And time. Whew. Now, it might seem weird to be tackling toes, but how much movement and strength we have in our toes is a direct sort of correlation as to how much movement we can get in our ankle, how much stability we have in our knees, and all that kind of thing. Okay, if any part of our leg is not pulling its weight, then somewhere else has to pick up the slack. Unfortunately, that's usually our knees. That's why we run into so many knee difficulties as adults. So you get your foundation nice and solid, it's hard to go wrong. I had flat feet for most of my growing up life. It was only whenever I stopped wearing insoles that I started to address the main issue was that I just didn't know how to use the muscles in my feet. Now I don't have flat feet anymore. Sweet. So we have done feet for now. We've done ankles. We're going to do a little bit of work on our knees and hips. All right. So we're going to sit on our derriere. We're going to spread our legs, kind of do about 90 degrees. And we're going to have about 90 degrees between our shin and our thigh. That one. From there, hands are placed behind us. We're going to let those knees drop down towards the floor. And rather than letting them relax down where your bum comes up, I want you to keep your bum on the floor, and we're going to actively pull. Use that groin to pull that knee down, and if you need to adjust your foot position, you can do. And try and use your butt cheek then to pull this other leg down. And we're just going to hold that. I sometimes find I get pressure on the inside of my knee, but if I pull my toes up, I don't get that pressure anymore. Let's try the other side. Heels stay where they are. We just reverse the movement. So this time the groin on the other leg is pulling down. The butt on the other side is pulling down. Oh my word. Nice. Same as the feet. We'll do 2 more on each side. Swap it back. Really work, 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 work. And with this, you might not see a change in the range of motion. That's fine. The focus here is on engaging the muscles, getting them to do the right work. So they're stabilizing that pelvis so we can get their knee work. Another side. Is that feeling okay, Nora?
Yeah.
Cool. Because it sounds like it's not.
It's okay.
That's okay. Okay, cool. Fantastic. We'll do 1 more on each side. Good. Andy, you can maybe go a bit wider with your feet. And other side. Nice. Alright, let's pop ourselves back up onto our feet. Now our sort of hip muscles are all engaged. We're going to test out those knees. So, it's like the old dance move. We're going to do a circle. Just going to be as deliberate with that circle as we can, trying to keep our torso in place, and we'll go round and round and round. Okay? If I show you from the side, you'll see how much bend there is at my hip. Pushing my toes down, feeling the weight through my toes. So we're checking out that sort of inversion, eversion at the ankle. Once you've done about 10 one direction, we'll do 10 the other. Sometimes it can help to have the fingers on the knees just to direct them around. Okay, so we've got to look at some of the things that attach into our knee. We've got, down the front we've got our quads, we're going to tackle those. Inside we've got groin, we're going to do a little bit for that. We've also got sort of IT band down the side, we'll do a little bit for that. And we'll probably finish off then a bit of hamstring as well. So let's go groin first. We're going to go, if you can, on all fours. All right, so we're here. From there we're going to straighten out one leg. Alright, so we're now here, and I want you to push that leg as wide as you can go. Okay, if your knee is a little bit uncomfortable, you might want a little pillow or something padded underneath it. And what we're going to do is 5 slides. So we slide that foot out, pull it back in, we'll do 5 of those, and then we'll do like a 30-second hold out in that end position. Is that okay, Nora?
Yeah.
Cool. Have you tried your sore leg first?
Yeah, that's the one that's stretched out at the moment.
Okay, can you try it with it being the bent leg?
You want me to kneel on my sore knee?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
I think that's the one.
Cushion?
Yeah, grab a cushion, that's fine. Andy, you okay, yeah?
Fine.
Excellent. Happy days.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, so get your top position. Hip here should be over that bent knee. And first 5 slides. Off you go. Out as wide as you can. Pull it back in. Slide it back out. Pull it back in. Slide it back out. Pull it back in. If you think about the ocean, you might. Might think it's the ocean.
Sounds like it.
And this one we're going to hold. Hold. We're just going to sit down there. If it's more comfortable on your elbows, you can go there, or if you're happy up in your hands, that's cool too. Alright, just breathing down there, trying to let those hips go as low to the floor as you can. 5, 3, 2, 1. Then we'll pull back up again. So our hip is over our knee-ish. And here's the fun part, right? I said we're going to do some stuff for the IT band. Here it is. We'll lift that foot up. Hold it up there.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
And down.
Stop.
That was 1. I'm going to do 2 more. Okay. I find this position where I kind of sit back a little bit, let the toe go up, helps relax it a little bit. I'm going to do 2 more of those holds. All right. Back into position. Ready for 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Up we go. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 9. Oh, Reese. That is truly terrible. Oh my goodness. Alrighty, last one. Here we go. Up into position. If you can, danger, slide out a little bit more. Oh my goodness. And up we go. And we're done. Oh, it was awful. I do love mobility. It is my favourite. Keep telling myself that. Alright, now that we've done it on one side, we now have to do it on the other side. So, same setup. We're going to get hip over knee, foot out, nice and wide. We're going to do our 5 slides. Ready? And 1. 2. 3. Picture the ocean. 4. And 5. This one we're staying down. Let those hips go as low as possible. We got our 30-second hold. Nice, deep as you can go with those hips. Keeping that straight leg properly straight. Don't let it bend. Let that toe pull up if you need to. Alright, and then check back into normal. Here's the fun bit. I know what's coming now. Oh dear. 3, 2, 1. Hoist that leg. Oh, it's heavier. It's so much heavier. Oh dear. 8, 9, 10, and 9. Oh. Anyone else feel like their legs heavier?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
That's amazing. I don't know what happened there. Alrighty. Back up into position. 3, 2, 1. Hoist. Oh no. 9, 10. Oh. Oh. Instant regret, guys. Instant regret. Okay, last time through. Up we go. Ready and hoist.
Oh. Is it deep in the bum?
8, 9, and 10. We are done. Oh my days, that's terrible. Okay, so just like we combined our groin and the opposite of the groin together, we're now going to combine the front and the back of the legs into one just mega stretch. All right, so we're going to go into a lunge. Okay, might need that back pillow on that back knee again. From here we have two positions. Position number one, we're going to push that bum as far forward as we can. Notice, trying to keep that torso up nice and tall rather than just letting it go forward. All right, I'm looking for as big an angle between the thigh and the front of the hip here as I can. So this is position one. Position two then, I'm going to straighten out this leg, reach my hands forward and try and lick my shin. Okay, so we're going to alternate between those two positions 3 times. All right, each time taking a step forward with our lunge. So try to pick your tight side first. For me, that's my left side. I'm not as good at splits on my left. And we're going to go for 15 seconds in each position, starting in 3, 2, 1, go. Nice. Engaging that butt cheek, trying to open up the hip. You might feel a bit of groin stretch here too. Torso up tall. We want to straighten out that front leg, hands on the floor. Knee to your nose, or nose to your knee. Try to get all the way down onto that leg. And if you can, keep those toes pointed so the toes stay on the floor. Alrighty, slide the foot forward. Let's go back up into your lunge. Keeping that hip pushed forward, tummy in nice and tight. Getting the hip as low to the floor here as we can. We're aiming that hip down as much as we are forward. And then hands on the floor. Straighten that front leg. And if your left leg here is forward, you're going to try and push your right hip forward. And the same works in reverse. If your right leg is forward, put your left hip forward. Slide that foot. If you can do the splits, now is the time to check it out. If not, that's okay, stick with your lunge. We're going to try and hold that position. And then straighten out that front leg. You can let the toes curl back this time. Checking those hips are nice and square. And relax. Lovely job. All right. Almost there, guys. Going to do the lunge on the other side. Torso up nice and tall. Hips squared off. And pushing those hips forward. Hands on the floor, straighten out that leg. Trying to keep those toes pointed so they're touching the floor. Keep the leg nice and locked, hips square. Slide that foot forward. Back up into your lunge. Hopefully feeling that stretch down the front of the leg, right up into the hip. Fancy terms there are quad and hip flexor. If you want to show off at a dinner party of CrossFitters. Then hands on the floor, straighten out that front leg.
I'm just gonna flex my leg.
Yeah. Check out my anatomy knowledge. And then move that foot forward. Last time through again. If you've got the splits, this is a good time to sit down there. Holding that lunge, hold, hold, hold. As wide as you can go. Oh my goodness, my hamstrings. gonna explode. And straighten out that front leg, pull the toe back if you need to. Hips nice and square. Huey Lewis in the new style. Hip to be square. Some people get that reference.
I just smiled. I didn't hear
And we are done. Good job. So that's pretty much all the stuff that's connected in towards the knee. Only thing we left out there was the shin. It's a simple stretch where you can just sit, toes nice and pointed. Again, you could slip some pillows underneath your bum. You sit on your heels. Nice way to watch TV or something if you do have a fire lit, like your neighbours, Andy, the crazy people that they are. Yeah. Anyway, good job, gang. Well done. I will see you whenever.
Next week.
Yeah, next week. That's the one.
That's brilliant.
Good job.
Thank you.